Hi everyone, I'm Maker Schoolhouse, and today we're going to use our Microbit V2 to make a countdown timer. So yeah, this one's already set. I'll show you what it's going to look like. This one counts down from 5 to 0, and then it plays a little tune when I press button A. So yeah, we'll do this on both the V1 and the V2 Microbit, so it doesn't matter which version you have. One will play music and one won't. Let's get started. So as always, you're going to start on makecode.org and you're going to click on the middle button Microbit, and we'll go ahead and start a new project, and we'll call it Countdown Timer. All right, so we're going to use a couple of new blocks today. We can go ahead and get rid of the on start and the forever block. All right, cool. So we're going to, you can use any input you want. So if you want the timer to start when you press button A, or if you shake it, whatever, we're going to just use on button A. Okay, so on button A, we need a variable. So our variable is going to be called, we can call it whatever we want, but we'll call it the timer. So once we press that, we notice we have some new blocks, and we're going to use all three of these blocks today. So when we press button A, we want our timer to be set to a certain number. So this number here is going to be the number that you want to count down from. So if you want it to be 10 seconds, 50 seconds, 5 seconds, 3 seconds, whatever, we'll start with 10 seconds. So we'll say set the timer to 10. Okay, and then we're going to use a new loop, which is the second block in the loops menu, which says while false do this. So we're going to plop that under here. And so what this block means is that while there are certain conditions are true, you're going to have something happen. And then when those conditions become untrue, so while they're not true, we're going to have the countdown timer go off. So let's see what I mean by that. So in this false area, we're going to need to put a diamond, and it's going to be the second comparison diamond that says 0 is less than 0. So we're going to bring that up here. Okay. And then in our first little oval, we're going to replace that with our timer variable. So we're going to say when the timer is greater than 0. So you're going to change your greater than or less than sign to greater than. So we're going to say when the timer is greater than 0. So that means like when it's 1, 2, 3, 4, any number greater than 0, whatever we put in this block here is going to happen as long as that's true. So we're going to say while the timer is greater than 0, we want a couple of things to happen. We want to, first of all, we want to subtract the timer by 1. So we're going to say change the timer by 1. So that's the actual countdown part. So you have to put -1. But this is going to go really fast. So it's just going to keep on looping through and just checking if it's greater than 1, and it's go boop, boop, boop. So we have to put some blocks in there to kind of like put in the second, so it just doesn't happen instantaneously. So, and you'll see what I mean in a second. So I like to have a little dot kind of blink back and forth to give you the idea that a timer is happening. So I put a little dot like that. And then to make the dot go off, you need to, so that it's like blinking, you need to have that go like that. So you need to have a blank show LEDs, right? So far it's saying when you press button A, you're going to set the timer to 10. If the timer is greater than 0, and it is because it's 10, then you're going to say show a dot, don't show a dot, and then reduce the timer by 1. So now the timer will be at 10. You're going to reverse back up to here, and you're going to read that loop again. So it'll say is the timer greater than 0? Yes, it's 9. So blink once, go off once, go -1. So now it's 8, and it keeps on doing that until you get to 1, and when you get to 1, it subtracts 1, which gives you 0. And so then underneath here between this green and magenta block, or purplish block, we're going to put down what we want to show. So we can say that the timer is off by showing an X, for example. Okay, so let's see what this looks like. So on our simulator, if we press A, it blinks, and then it should show an X. Very good. Now, if you actually time this with a timer, it goes a little bit faster than a second, because this is just happening as the code is being read by the computer. So we actually need to put in a little, and so you can get like a timer or stopwatch and time it to see if it's the same amount. I've already done that, and I know that you need to put a little pause here. So in order for it to actually be a true 10-second timer, countdown timer, we have to put in 100 millisecond pause. And then when we press A, it should count down. Oops, what happened? Count down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Show the X. Excellent. So if we go ahead and press download, we can make sure that works. All right, so this is good for the V1 of your Microbit if you don't have a little musical timer. So I can press A, and it has my little dots. And it should show an X after 10 blinks. Yay. Okay, cool. Now, if you wanted to change this to be a random timer, so like if you're playing a game and you wanted a certain amount of time to go by, but you didn't want to say 10 seconds or 5 seconds, you want it to be a random number, then you can use the random number again here. So under math, you do pick random number. So let's say we want it to be a number between, I don't know, 1 and 5. So it might be a really fast timer and it might be a 5-second timer, we don't know. So then we can press this and it can go 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so that was a 4-second one. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that was another 4-second one. Okay, so that's how you do a random timer. Now, if you have the V2, like I do, let's add some music because that's a little bit more exciting. And so we'll do, let's just change this back to 10. Okay, so what you're gonna do is you're gonna add music. So there's one that says play music, whatever, for 1 beat, middle C. So you can put that here after it blinks, or you can put it in between the blink if you want. And this, I also did the timer with my watch. It needs to be about 1/4. And you have to take out this pause here because that makes it too long and it's more than 10 seconds. We're still going to change the timer by 1, and then at the end, if we wanted to play a little song, there's a melody under the music. So you can play the melody and then show the X. And so you can choose your melody. Let's play Mystery. Oh, did I not select it? Okay, I think I didn't select it, so let's try again. Very cool. And then last but not least, let's go ahead and download it onto our Microbit. And this is a V2. And so when I press A, very cool. And again, you can easily change this to a random number, 1 through 5 if you wanted to. Let's see what that looks like. Let's download it real quick. And then it's more mysterious. So it's downloading, or maybe it's downloading. All right. And let's see what this looks like. 1, 2, 3, 4. That was a 4. 1, 2, 3. That was just a 2. So it's a random countdown timer. All right, you guys, so that's it. That's how you make a countdown timer with the V2 or the V1. It's super useful when you start to play games or reaction time games. It's a really useful tool. And then your students understand the while loop. So while a condition is true or false or whatever, you can make something happen. So subscribe below, and thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye now.